Welcome back to Stand By. I'm Tony. This is the file.
I'm going to kill myself. I hate those videos.
We've been asking for that.
All right, guys. Welcome back. My name's Tony, as you guys most likely know.
Probably not.
Probably not. I'm not that famous. Today we're going over the 507 comp, the 507C. So this is a first look for these guys. I've already gotten into it and messed with it a little bit. So we're just going to kind of go over first impressions across the board. I'm honestly pretty excited I want to run this thing on a couple of my guns. I got one that's in jail right now because California.
It's in China or something? Held up at the docks?
No, it's just California.
Why China?
COVID.
California just believes in a 10-day
from,
waiting.
apparently. I don't know.
You're right.
And not the optics in jail. The handguns,
Firearm. You said the firearm.
guns in jail, because California believes that even though we own a firearm, that we need a 10-day cooling down period.
Have you ever bought
Chris
a
and I
firearm?
stand with that.
Hold on.
We stand with
I know we're going to get into it, but have you ever bought a firearm while you're pissed off?
Yes.
No, think about it. Have you ever gone in there I need a gun. That Mossberg 12, I need it.
Yes.
Never in my life.
Dumb. Especially when you already own guns. But
Yeah,
I still believe in the 10-day waiting period, right, guys? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why
Just
not?
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's crazy. None of the guys.
All right, let me open this thing up. Let me give my first initial impressions on this thing. Let's see this thing. All right, box is somewhat flimsy, whatever.
Fuck the.
Let's start there.
Made in China.
Packaging's a little off, but whatever.
He hasn't even
Cool.
gotten into the package. He's looking at the outer exterior. But that's cool.
Yeah, wait till you open it. You see that clear lid, that diffused lid. It's just
Okay, it's not like a iPhone box where you get that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
What, 7 seconds of heaven is what they call it or whatever? Just like Phil. All right, here we go.
It's 6, and I told you that in confidence.
Okay, there's a little label here. Don't like to see that on the box, but okay. All right.
Are you gonna
a
talk-
business card?
Are you going to talk down the
Business
entire
card,
unboxing?
okay. All right, little fiber cloth.
This guy
That's nice
owns
to
more
have.
Holosun than anyone that I know, and he's talking shit.
All right. User's manual. We don't need that. Let's get that right out of the way. Flimsy. Really? Come on.
Silica packet. Fuck. Throw that shit out, dude.
Oh, wow. That's pretty big.
Heard that before.
Not once.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Anybody bring a handgun?
Yeah.
A full-size handgun?
So we'll compare it to the...
Yeah, we don't.
Trish gun?
It's a woman's handgun, to be honest. It's a purse gun. Here we go. This is a man's gun right here. Gen 2 Glock.
Gen
17.
5, but that's cool.
What's this thing? on
Glock
here?
45.
What's this?
Gen 2.
Delta
Oh my
Point
God.
Pro.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so the same. I would say it's the same.
You think so?
Yeah. I think the box is, bigger, but the glass, I think maybe this one's a little bit bigger, probably like millimeters, but whatever. Let me package this back up, and then that way you guys could have your first impressions on the packaging as well.
right.
I think that's only fair.
Put that silica packet back in there, dude.
Well, I guess. What is it? What are these for?
Moisture.
Moisture.
Know everything about a box.
You know
but
about
its
moisture.
contents.
Moist.
What do you know about moisture? All right, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Can you not destroy the box, please?
Deep inside.
Send that to Chris if you don't mind. There you go.
Don't talk down the whole box right now.
I think
He
the
can do
box
what he
is
wants.
awesome,
That's my
dude.
impression.
Yeah. I think the box is awesome, dude.
Oh, okay.
Made in China. It's a nice Holosun label on there. You didn't see that. You didn't even mention that shit, dude.
Maybe if it stood out more, I would.
Holosun. It's pretty nice. It's unique.
Hey, I forgot to tell you guys, we actually had an opportunity to be sponsored, but
I love Holosun.
Buy it.
We've partnered with Holosun to bring you this.
All right. You got the cloth. Got the business card here.
If the cloth says Holosun, that kind of changes things.
it probably does.
Silica packet.
It's high quality, right?
Chris, you're shaking.
This window's pretty big.
I think it's a good size window. I think it's one of
Big.
the larger windows. It competes with SRO, competes with the
What's the Trijicon, the small ass one?
RMR.
Blows that out the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, RMR's tiny as fuck.
Dead.
Fuck.
Even
RMR
the
is
new
dead.
even the new you guys were fucking sucking its dick when they fucking dropped the new updates. The new one.
I have an SRO.
It's trash.
I overpaid.
They did nothing fucking new except move the battery from the bottom to the top. Cool. Welcome to the fucking rest of everyone else.
I wasn't on that.
Welcome to everyone else.
Except me. Except Philip. Philip was not on that.
Trijicon is trash.
Seems solid to me. Yeah.
I think it's. I like the optic.
How
I
much
think
is
it's-
it?
I think
We'll come
it's
back.
just under 400.
We'll come
like
back.
370.
Phil's gonna
370?
go ahead, get on it. Phil, go ahead for 9.99. Go ahead. Go. It says optic. Go ahead, get on
have it
it. What kind of batteries you
try it.
take?
Thank you.
What kind of batteries you take?
It takes.
I'll back you up. I'll back you up.
Triple
Takes
A
20.
batteries.
That's
dude.
leading from the front, folks. That is leading from the front.
takes a 2032.
Thank you.
That's funny if he plays this episode or puts it on after or before the other one. He
What the fuck are they talking?
It's like why?
he did it on purpose.
That's a nice window. Yeah.
It's pretty good size.
I think the Windows is fucking.
It's bigger than the SRO.
So off of the Holosun
Here's the
website,
comparison.
Off the Holosun website, it's $435. I'm pretty sure you can find it for in the high threes though.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
this glass, I think the overall glass is the same.
It's got a blue tint though.
Just
huh?
shape.
Does that have the blue tint? The Holosun?
Yeah.
Little blue tint. Let me see one more time, real quick. The Holosun.
I think the glass is the same. This one's just shaped.
Yeah.
Think
different.
so?
So I would say this glass
one's
is more like.
This is the shape different. I'd say that's bigger.
I think it's the larger. I think that's the larger
I'd say
window.
it's more window.
Yeah, I think it's the larger.
I think this is just a larger optic. I think the window on that is tiny bit bigger. But that's just me. But anyways, this
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
this has.
It could be.
Shape.
I think
I
this
mean-
has an RMR tint on it.
The reason why I liked, I mean, I went, that was my very first optic I ever bought. The reason why I got it is because of how large that window was. So, I mean, to be fair, that's the reason why I went with that one to
It's
begin
still
with.
a little bit bigger.
It has, I mean, that's the Delta Point Pro is a massive optic.
How did you break that thing again?
I was in my fanny pack that I'm currently wearing, and I was holding it instead of like actually have it on. And fanny pack fell in my hand. I tried to grab it, and the fanny pack went and slammed right on the optic.
So how far? How low? Like 5 feet?
5 feet high.
Let's do that.
With me spinning the shit out. Like I hit it, and the bag literally like.
Smacked it.
If this was it, it did this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It probably landed
Fuck
right
that
on the
marker.
optic too. Like
Yeah, fuck that marker. Yeah, well, 100% it did. But it held 0, fucking still worked. Fuck it.
Are you gonna replace it with that?
I'm honestly getting rid of that gun, so. No, I'm not. Getting rid of the gun. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good optic. I like the window size. I like the buttons on the side of it.
Oh, and it changes, like just like my EPS.
Yeah,
there.
same exact thing. Has all the same features built into it for.
Then I like this.
I'm a big fan of it because, like I said, doing like the competition shooting. I think it fills.
Oh.
It fills a void for people who are looking to get into the competition world but cannot afford because like even the competition optic I currently use is the Sig Romeo 3 Max.
Bro.
It's called Sig Romeo 3 Max. And that optic is like that optic costs like $700.
Bro, just real
The
quick.
SRO's $800.
You can make this. You could change the size. It goes from a dot with a horseshoe small to a dot with a horseshoe big, then just a horseshoe big. If you hold down the minus button, that is amazing. Fuck yeah, that's a great sight.
I keep
the
talking.
donut of death.
Huh?
The donut of death.
Yeah, you can
Circle,
make
right?
it smaller, bigger, dot, no dot, dot in the middle. That's fucking.
EOTech, step up your game, dude.
Hey,
I'm not impressed with the EOTech one.
I would just do the dot. I don't know. That's me.
The donut of death.
I like the donut of the death on Holosun because I can find it really easy.
That's the thing. It's like the EOTech one they don't have it. They didn't put it on their
Oh, they missed
on the
something.
reflex.
Yeah, they must
They
have missed that.
fucking missed
Yeah, so the EOTech Romeo 3 Max is what I currently have on my MNP, which is a massive dot. It's a beautiful dot. I love the way it runs, but it's like a $700 optic. So this one you can probably find at probably around high threes, maybe like a little bit lower 4. So the price point is perfect for these things. They've obviously, people complain all the time, but like about like the Holosun being quote unquote China, but in my opinion they've proven themselves. Like
That's all I ever hear.
they've proven themselves. Everyone who's actually given them a chance and ran them has realized that wow, these things actually put in a pretty good layout. It uses the RMR pattern on for it, so it can mount to the same arm. If you already run an RMR, like you just mounts right to it.
Same
or if you have a
footprint.
slide kit, same footprint. So I mean, it's hard to the way I look at it, it's hard to kind of go against it. The price point has a nice tint on it, so it keeps it real well. Has multiple modes for how it changes. The buttons are a little bit more recessed compared to once again going back to the EOTech one that we did, like the buttons are nice and wide and big, and like we've already seen people mess with it, like putting it in a concealed carry, like buttons get hit. So like this one has so many things going for it, in my opinion, that I would choose this over almost any other optic. Like if this was out before my Romeo, I would have gotten this.
I'll tell you what, that's good to hear, because we fast forward or rewinded this conversation 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
You were not a Holosun guy.
That's completely inaccurate.
Because there was a time when I bought a Holosun, you're like, I don't know, I'm a fucking Leopold RMR guy only.
You understand? I've been running Holosun. Like,
I'm just saying, that's what you used to tell me.
That's not
You used to tell me Holosun was not the business.
That's not accurate, because I have a Holosun. I ran a Holosun rifle optics since 2017.
I'm telling you.
When
I got text messages.
Go
You're
ahead,
like, I don't know
pull
about
them out,
the
dude. That's
You're
not
like, I don't know about Holosun. I was like,
pull
it's
the
cheap.
archives,
And
bro.
my argument was like,
I
Holosun's
said
cheap.
it is
Fuck
cheap.
it.
You're right.
Like
But
it.
the only thing I said was I like my Delta Point. I was a big fan of the Delta Point, especially
I think
because
that's all you
I think you just tried to talk me out of the Holosun
No,
and
because
try
it-
to get
because
some kind of
the Delta Point Pro, had one of the largest windows for the ruggedness that it was. The only other one that had a larger optic or window at the time was the SRO, and those things were known to fucking just break because they're not designed. So
They're not duty
I
rated.
was a fan of this one because of the size of the
Yeah,
optic.
that's how I remember it.
That was the reason why I was a fan of this one.
Yeah.
I've never been against Holosun. I like Holosun.
I think you were standing on the rifle optics, but you were pretty against the pistol optics.
I don't know. I heard it different. I had the SRO, and then he got you to get the 509T.
I did.
And then I bought mine. That's how I remember it. I remember Tony recommending Holosun under this, but he said
I mean, that's just from my memory. That I remember you trying to talk me off the Holosun game because it was like cheap Chinese. I was like, well, I don't have the money to buy
I
a
hate
fucking
that
SRO.
fucking argument. I hate that's anybody when they
broke.
talk shit on the Holosun, they go, it's China. Dude, you buy your daughter Polly Pockets and Barbie. Those are made in China.
Well, most people.
Well,
don't
I'm not trusting Barbie to save my life.
But
you know.
most people don't realize
no,
that
but
that's their argument.
The diodes in most other optic companies all come from the same exact factory as Holosuns do.
Yeah. The Ford
I
Bronco.
think there's a couple of them that like don't, but they're all pretty much the same.
So
diode.
the assembly is what they're saving on over in China. Like
They're just
No,
buying the parts.
the parts.
They're
The
just
parts.
buying the parts and then bring them
Assembled
over
here.
here, and then they assemble the parts here. But
you're-
the best diodes that are optics that that are known right now come from China.
Yeah, you're
because
fucking-
they've
because
make a shit ton of
Vortex
them.
is all China, right? Vortex too.
At least the materials.
a lot of
are.
them.
The products, the internals are, but they probably assemble them here. Like most-
95% of all board material assembled.
I think Trigicon is like one of the very few companies that like makes their own.
Yeah, but they
diodes
have
like that.
you have depleted
But
uranium.
There's
in your
also
fucking shit.
There's also a reason why Trigicon stuff
Damn.
is constantly
Have you
causing
seen that?
problems and having to
Nuclear
get
bomb, brother.
like redo their stuff.
Guy watches Oppenheimer all of a
yeah,
sudden.
Triticon, that fucking fiber optic on the top of a Triticon ACOG, it's got fucking little bits of uranium in it. It's real.
I don't
I was a
know.
big fan of that.
Yeah, I believe you. Dude. I wouldn't know any better. Dude.
Big fan.
Legalized nuclear bombs.
I'm a big fan of this thing. I like the multiple setup of it. I love the window size. If this window size was available back in the day,
You would've
this
got
is
it.
the one I would have gone
Yeah.
with. Because, like I said, the only thing that I've ever had a problem with was the window sizes were small on those. It's the only thing I've ever had a problem with.
Well, look where we've come from with the RMR, the original RMR.
Yeah, I hated that.
It's huge. The
I
windows-
hated that thing.
The gap in how big the windows got is huge now. It's like, fuck. And I used to think that was kind of cool.
I hated it.
Yeah.
The first time I ever saw one was when Jay got one from he was using one as one of his rifles or with one of his units.
Well, were the RMRs like the pioneer of like?
Yeah, pioneer.
Even though they were small,
RMR definitely is the
they were
pioneer
like-
of it.
Well,
Yeah,
they
100% they
trademarked.
are.
The big thing about RMR is they trademarked their housing. That's the thing. That's the one thing they have an IP on.
Small
the
as
way
fuck.
it's well, the way no, yeah. The way they did it, it's supposed to be like impact resistant. The way they shaped it, it sticks out. No one else can copy that. People are getting close
now.
For now,
A little crazy.
people are getting close. They're like they're touching it. They're like, sue me. Try to sue me. I like it.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of this. Like I said, I haven't been able to run it on one of my handguns yet. I really want to put it on. People that I do know who have ran it they love the way it runs. Like I know people have beaten the crap out of this thing, just kind of torture test it, and it's held up just fine. Like I said, I'm a big fan of having the tint on the front of these things.
Yeah, that is
it helps.
something.
It helps like when you're in a bright sun to keep it from getting blown out and disappearing. That's one of the reasons why I like the SIG that I have, the Romeo 3 Max over the SRO. You throw an SRO into the sun or near
Can't
it,
see
you're getting either a ghost dot or it disappears.
Yeah.
When I did that with the Romeo. Doesn't go anywhere. This one's the same thing. I put it up. It's there.
I believe it.
I can see it, and it's awesome.
Remember that point when
So-
next time we go out to shoot. I want to see that because my SRO is like degrading
Yeah.
rapidly every week. Something's wrong with it all the time. Battery dies now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pointing this directly. I'm pointing this directly at our light right now, which
Not
is
duty
hurting
ra-
my eyes, and I can see the dot. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like a rifle optic.
Pass it on. Like pointed directly, as long as you see the dot, like you can see it.
It's clear.
Your eyes are hurting because you're looking at the fucking bright ass light.
But it's clear though.
But you can see it.
Clearly visible.
So it's like
Not blown out.
That's why So I just think they've done a good job with them.
Yeah, it seems like the more and more we all acquire Holosuns, the more we talk about it, the better we feel about it. I feel
because of these guys.
And
Well, it's kinda like a,
hopefully,
budget man's optic.
hopefully,
Friendly.
they're gonna be
Poor man's
at
option.
Sierra W this year.
yeah. I would love for them to. I'd love to talk to them because it was kind of like
Their headquarters is in Ontario.
Yeah, the MMP thing. Same thing. The MP. They listen to the feedback. Is
Well,
it
that's
sounds
what
like.
that's what I like about this company so much about Holosun is they're in my opinion they are the mod light of optics. Okay, they're driving the market now and actually listening to what people want.
Yeah.
And they're making all the other big companies like Trigicon,
Yeah.
right? Like all these
They go, "Oh, shit."
They go, oh, we need to change our shit or else we're getting left behind.
Yeah.
Because they're actually innovating stuff and actually doing things to make different, right?
Capitalism?
So, like, that's why I'm a
That
big
is
fan of
true.
them.
Somebody
Stop
brought that-
making sense, dude. Fuck.
Somebody made that point about that. That's so true because I mean, you guys went to SHOT this year, like we talked about. You saw that Holosun thermal overlay site that nobody wanted, but they did it because, like, hey, well, we also offer this. What do you think? And like the feedback was mixed. But now look at everybody. They're like, people are like looking at it like, oh, well, some people liked it. Maybe we can make a niche thing for that. Now everyone's doing.
Yeah,
thermal
everyone's trying to
overlay.
figure it out.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That's so true.
So,
They're not
I-
afraid to
yeah.
put something out and get shit on, which I like.
So yeah. So I'm a big fan of it.
that.
Like I said, it has
Nice.
you can do a lockout mode. You have your manual mode. 10 different brightnesses. I was wrong on the battery. It's a 1632, not a 2032.
Same shit.
So it's waterproof for IP67. So basically meaning that it can go underwater up to like 3 meters, I think is what it is. I think it's what 67. 67 maybe less.
So SEALs are gonna hate this.
So so it has it has a good thing. It claims a 50,000 hour battery life with dot only. So if you bring the dead in, then it's gonna bring it down. But basically, as we've talked about other dots, if you kind of set a date like
Birthday
Jay
battery.
sets it up, on his birthday, he changes all his batteries out, right? So if you kind of have that same kind of thing, and I'm pretty sure this one is the same as the other ones, where it has like some kind of like shake to wake kind of thing. So you have the other option as well. So
It's intuitive.
if you're looking for a nice optic that has a nice big window, don't want to break the bank, this is the one I would recommend. Holosun 507C. Shout out to my guys over at Dual Hammer for getting this to me. It's very, very, at least at the time when I got this, it was very difficult to get. Like they were so back ordered on this thing.
It's like the EPS.
Yeah, and he was kind enough to loan one out to me and get this going. So Dual Hammer, thanks a lot for those guys. If you were curious on them, they do a good job out. They're based out of LA, over by LAX airport. You can look them up.
Yeah, it's another thing too. I think we should not to leave the conversation on this topic, but I like how Holosun is intuitive. Like we've talked in the past about other sites, you got to remove the whole cocksucking site to get a battery in it.
Yeah.
I like their little battery trays on all their models.
Yep.
I like how the buttons are like they're all intuitive. They all very clear instructions in their manuals on.
Holosun, huh?
Bummer.
It's a very clear instruction on their instruction
Somebody
manuals
Yeah.
on how to operate the optic and its special features. So I think that speaks a lot to the innovation that they're kind of bringing into the market right now. They don't make it hard to use.
Yeah.
You put it on the thing, you could basically Holosun, you just put it on whatever it's on, and everything can be done from the rifle or the pistol.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Big fan of them.
I like that.
Any other thoughts on this, guys?
No, I think they're here to stay. I think.
Oh, they're definitely here to stay,
to stay.
and they're disrupting the market, and I love it.
I would like to hear somebody's take where it's bad and not mention China.
You won't.
You won't.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you'll ever hear.
China.
You won't.
China.
But you'll drive an FDE Tacoma or Bronco with the Chinese diode in the PCU. But hey,
That's right.
You want this fucking optic to get wet, dude? Get over here.
Yeah,
Moisture.
We got an episode on that.
We're in a dry climate.
Fucking damn it. It's been humid out here lately. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
As a previous Tacoma owner, we should talk about that too. The hate in the communities. They all drive the same vehicles. Stop putting ladders on
We
your
have a
fucking
Tacoma owner
arch.
still, so.
Do we?
For another week.
Oh, okay.
It gets from point A to point.
Stop putting ladders on the back of your 4Runners, guys. Buy Holosun. Stop buying Toyota.
Yikes.
All right.
All
Cool.
right. Well, I think that's about it. Thanks a lot, guys. We will see you next time.
Bye.